Tiger 3 trailer says this time it's personal. Yeah, motherfuckers, that's what I'm talking about. The stakes will be at the highest. This time, not just his country, Tiger's gonna fight for the ones he loves. Except that the trailer of Tiger 1 or Ekta Tiger also said something similar. All his life, he fought for his country, but this time, he will fight for his love. I suppose that Bhai's love in 2012 was not personal enough. But let me make this public, personal or impersonal. Ekta Tiger, the film that now we are made to believe kickstarted the Spy Universe. Damn, they even added the Spy Universe logo at the beginning of the trailer that was released in 2012. Is garbage. And will stay garbage no matter which universe you make it a part of. Like, I don't know. Try James Bond. Still garbage. If I want to spend more than 2 hours watching a spy run, I'd rather watch sprinting Tom Cruise scenes stitched together from across his filmography. Yeah, I can watch that for 132 minutes. And that was the runtime of this shit of a film which was devoid of anything that can be considered a story, and still they managed to make a 132-minute film out of it. Tell me, what can be the simplest action movement in an action scene of an action film? Running, right? Our beloved Bhai doesn't even perform that by himself. And how will he? I understand this is the side effect of being a narcissistic, insecure, short Bollywood superstar whose female leads are unfortunately a foot taller, but look at those fucking heels. You gotta be Bryce Dallas Howard from Jurassic World to be able to run in those. And I swear to God, chasing and being chased is all that happens in this film. The film goes like this. Bhai is being chased by goons, and Prof's being chased by Bhai, then Bhai is being chased by Beardo, and Hottie is being chased by Bhai, then Bhai is being chased by dogs, and Baldy is being chased by Bhai, then Bhai is being chased by Raw and Hottie by the ISI. And that went well with the background score. Speaking of which,
मेरे पापा के पास एक पुरानी विलीज जीप होती थी। उसमें बैठ के वो मुझे शहर से दूर ले जाते थे, तारे देखने।
They thought nobody would notice if they picked up the background score of one of the most popular Hollywood films of all time. I mean, it's Salman Bhai. Obviously, his fans don't watch good cinema. I mean, that's the reason they are Bhai fans, right? It's a classic case of which came first, chicken or egg. Is it that the fans of Bhai have never seen good cinema, that's why they are the fans of Bhai? Or is it that because they are the fans of Bhai and after watching brain-dead movies, year after year, they have grown so dumb that now they cannot process good cinema? Either way, makers of Ekta Tiger were not completely stupid to pick as it is note-by-note background score from a movie that won 6 Oscars and starred Tom Hanks. Trust me, none of the Salmon fans watched Forrest Gump, and then Amir took this plagiarism personally, so much so that he blew up his career by making a remake so bad that Bhai fans had to watch the original Forrest Gump just so that they can make an argument for Bhai being the Alpha Khan of Bollywood. Trust me, that's what these buggers do. But then coming back to the chasing and being chased. You see in espionage and action spy movies such as all the James Bonds and Mission Impossibles of the world, a lot of chasing and being chased happen. But there's a solid reason for that to happen. The stakes are high, like really high. A nuclear missile is gonna go off and kill millions, or the life of someone really important is in danger. And by that, I don't mean Zoya's life. She's a skilled agent. I am talking about life of someone who's vulnerable to some extent and way more important than some random ISI agent. For example, MI7 head M in the movie Skyfall. She needs to be protected by Bond, and spoiler alert, Bond even fails to do that. The kind of risk Bollywood films don't know how to take. So coming to the point, why? Why should the audience have any interest in watching Bhai and Bhai's bae being chased? Because they are in love? Those are the stakes? Fine. But why are they in love? Is there any dramatic sequence that makes the audience believe that they are in love? No. Do they go on a memorable trip or adventure together? No. Do they do something for each other that completely changes the other person? Something that changes their perspective towards life? No. Like maybe Tiger was a boring, focused, no-nonsense agent before he met Zoya. Someone who took his job damn seriously, took life too seriously, and then after meeting Zoya, he starts to live a little. Starts appreciating little joys of life. Like there's no harm in fooling around sometimes, but no. This buffoon of a character was fooling around from the beginning of the mission.
I'm Manish Chandra. My friends call me Doordarshan.
बहुत खराब जोक था.
No shit. And trust me, they tried really hard to make the audience believe that he is a no-nonsense kind of an agent, but only through dialogues. That is by telling and not showing. In fact, they try to develop every character in the film by telling. Like Shenoy sir.
9 बजे शिनोय साहब के साथ ब्रीफिंग भी थी.
ओए शिनाय साहब जी टाइम के बड़े पंक्चुअल हैं.
Really, motherfucker? I mean, he was totally okay with entertaining you buffoons at 9:35. See the clock in the background. And when it is 9:35 in New Delhi, in New York, it is 12:05, not 12:20. When it is 12:20 in New York, it is 4:20 in London, not 4:35. When it is 4:35 in London, it is 1:35 in Tokyo, not 1:05.
ओए शिनाय साहब जी टाइम के बड़े पंक्चुअल हैं.
Well, no shit.
Similarly, Ranveer Shori's character was written for the sole purpose to tell the audience how focused Tiger is.
अरे टाइगर, पूरी दुनिया को तू चूस के थूक गया. तू कब से लोगों को थैंक यू बोलने लगे? इससे पहले तूने जिंदगी में किसी लड़की के लिए गिफ्ट नहीं खरीदा ना?
कभी नहीं.
तो ये सब क्या हो रहा है? अगर टाइगर ने सोच लिया है तो उसको ढूंढना बहुत मुश्किल होगा.
Yeah, I get that, but I don't really believe you. This man did nothing to make me believe that he takes his job seriously. His mission was to observe Professor, but he starts stalking his target in the most obvious way. And not just that, he wants to stick with the Professor 24/7. And he goes face to face and requests him to do that. He was the kind of dumb fuck agent who should have died on his first mission in the dumbest way possible. You are supposed to be a spy, fucker.
James Bond
A secret agent. But you are hell-bent upon entering Professor. What was your mission again? To observe him or his undiagnosed anal herpes? Tiger was the kind of dumb fuck agent who could have been easily honey-trapped. He was asked to observe the Professor, but as soon as he saw that booty, he was like, fuck mission, I'm gonna chase that booty to get to Professor. But why? Your mission was just to keep an eye on him, not to extract any information. This idiot makes Zoya, an ISI agent, look much, much more superior. And that's not even a good thing because Zoya herself is a fucking idiot. She had been kind of staying with Professor and had access to his house for the entire year.
प्रोफेसर के घर का एक्सेस सिर्फ एक लड़की को है. 1 साल से प्रोफेसर के घर की पार्ट टाइम केयरटेकर.
And all this time, I don't know what stopped her from hacking into his computer. Probably her dance routine with a vacuum cleaner. Just do your job and fuck off. The way Bond likes it. The inspiration behind this film, I assume, because the character was referred to at least thrice.
तू राइटर है जेम्स बॉन्ड?
James Bond
The legend literally fucks off after every small mission. So yeah, do your job and fuck off. And coming back to the point, nothing happens between Tiger and Zoya, not even an all-time reliable steamy fuck off that could convince the audience of their undying love for each other, and that too over their national duties. But it's not that the makers didn't try at all, because there is this one dance number thrown in, and I do not even find it fair to call it a dance number because you see it is called a dance number. So there has to be some kind of dance in it, at least to some degree. But as we all know,
नहीं मुझे नाचना नहीं आता.
no shit, and you still won't give up. Ever tried dancing without those heels? That might help. Now from this point onwards in this video, I'll try to go soft on this film. Because the real life actors were in a real relationship, and yet somehow that never translated to a decent on-screen chemistry in any film. I don't know how bad an actor you have to be to achieve this feat, but still I will be soft on this film. And I'll just accept that these two morons who call themselves spies fall in love, deeply and madly. They show their respective middle fingers to their respective agencies, their duties, their responsibilities, their countries, and they elope. Okay, so what next? I mean, seriously, either the movie should have ended there because that's the ultimate win, and if the film doesn't end there, then it goes on forever, endlessly. And trust me, that is exactly what happens. Ek Tha Tiger doesn't have a third act. But to be fair, just before the third act begins, you'll get to see this one idea that genuinely made me feel how interesting the third act could have been. Only if the film had balls to go with that idea, but they ditched that possibility so quickly that it would bring all of Bai's girlfriends to shame. Yeah, a quick and brutal ditch. There's this scene in which they show that although Zoya has decided to elope with Tiger, but secretly she's still with her agency and passing them information about their whereabouts. She is probably about to double-cross Tiger, and the moment this idea of deceit, a spy pulling off the most spy thing ever, begins to infuse some excitement into the plot, they shit over this possibility and move on like nothing happened. I mean, why even bother to put in such a pseudo-plot twist? Talk about subverting expectations in the worst possible way. Entire third act could have been Tiger and Zoya, although wanting to spend their lives together but also finding it difficult to trust each other, and even the audience finding it hard to trust these characters. A situation where you don't know who is on whose side. And the ultimate victory, the climax could have been where they win each other's trust. Or maybe not. Maybe they kill each other. That too after a steamy fuck off. I mean, why film? Why the fuck are you shit scared of taking risks? Instead, we get more of the same chasing and being chased up until the climax. And then the movie ends without any resolution. At the beginning of the third act, Tiger and Zoya are on the run being chased by Raw and ISI. At the end of the third act, after the climax, Tiger and Zoya are still on the run and being chased by Raw and ISI. I mean, where the fuck is a change in the status quo of our protagonists and antagonist forces? If the entire third act had nothing to contribute in terms of character development, story development, character and story arcs, conflict resolution, then why film? Why the fuck do you even exist? There could have been another 3 hours of chasing and being chased in different locations and nothing would have changed. Hell, they lost a big time opportunity of turning this into a soap opera. क्योंकि ज़ोया भी कभी spy थी, टाइगर ज़ोया, ये टाइगर क्यों कहलाता है?
एक बार चिनॉय सर ने क्या कह दिया, सभी टाइगर कहने लगे। टाइगर तो कुत्ते का नाम होता है यार।
And what the fuck is wrong with Tiger? First, he is dying to get back on mission. That's what he loves. That's what he lives for. Always excited for the next mission, and when he is on the mission, he complains about his job. He wants to have a normal life, find love, get married, have kids and whatever. I mean, what the fuck do you want? Why are you even a spy? How did you even pass the psychological test to get into Raw?
यार मिशन पर कब नहीं होते? और मिशन के बाद भी हमारी कोई जिंदगी है या नहीं? Mission.
Stop complaining, bitch. And how does the film expect me to side with this character? This confused, honey-trappable buffoon of a spy. And why am I supposed to side with Zoya? Because she loved her father and her father died and now he's a star who she remembers whenever Forrest Gump plays in the background on a starry night? Is that your reason? I mean, give me something. Maybe just by telling, because quite clearly this film made it a point to show nothing. So it could have told me how her father's death changed her, what sufferings she had to go through after his death, how that death resulted in her joining ISI. I mean, tell me something. Why am I supposed to care for this slightly superior spy? Oh, now I get it. She is Bhai's bae. That's why I should care for her, right? To that I'll say, go fuck yourself. Now when I think about it, this rant can go on forever. And I know why I hated this film from the bottom of my heart. I remember, I went on a movie date with my then love interest and now wife, and I made her go through this horse shit. This is how she reacted after watching these two morons.
इनको दिखाने के लिए बुलाया था मुझे.
That evening, I came this close to losing my soulmate. And so did Tiger. This is a raw agent knocking the top of Zoya's car, and this was part of Tiger's plan. Why didn't you just shoot her in the face in Dublin itself? That would have been an easy death. And I honestly don't even want to get into the stupidity of action sequences. Like that final plane sequence. They could have easily gotten into the plane together and escaped, but no. Tiger had to put his stupidity on full display for the final time and for some stupid reason, chase the same plane with a bike later. Get in the plane and fly off, you moron. Why was that not possible?
Why isn't it possible? It's just not. Why not, you stupid bastard?
The film just goes on and on with the aimless chases nobody is thrilled about, the brainless characters nobody cares about, the unreasonable love story nobody relates to, all being catered to the so-called fans. The fans of bad cinema, pleasurized music, pathetic acting, miserable action, deplorable writing and monkey dancing. Yeah, fans. The great fan armies of Bollywood. I'll see you in the comment section. I love to read your comments and have a good laugh. And until the next video comes out, go fuck yourself.
If the film is not done well, the film is a bad film.
ये सच कैसे हो सकता है सलमान?
मैं आपको बोल रहा हूँ, फिल्म नहीं चली, ऑडियंस ने आपकी फिल्म रिजेक्ट की है, फिल्म इज नॉट गुड.
कभी-कभी फिल्म अपने वक्त से आगे होती है और बाद में लोग उसे अप्रिशिएट करते हैं.
आप उसको कुछ तो उस वक्त मत बनाओ.
Fucking idiot.